good cookies.
Thanks everyone for your patience. We'll get started in the room whenever you're ready.
So Sandy, I was hoping with the comment specifically on Gilbert's game tonight, she really seemed to level up. And I was wondering if you kind of saw any of that coming.
No, we've seen it every day, every game that we've played. And even at the end, like I obviously talk about some players that done well. And then I always forget KT because that's every day. That's what you see is what you get. She's always just got this effort. And we throw her in at the 4 tonight. She hasn't played a lot of 4. But yeah, not a problem. Just does her job to the best of her ability. You know, you can always rely on her for effort, and she was big for us tonight.
James.
Second period, going up against Williams tonight, one of the better room protectors in the WNBA. And what have you made from her, just even competing in the past and like what?
Yeah, I mean, I think whenever you're going against Elizabeth Williams, you know she's a rim protector, you know she's a shot blocker, and you have to be aware of where she is, especially from the weak side, because she's going to come over and try to help her teammates. But we played through it, and, you know, happy that we got the win.
On any level, was there like a part of the team that wanted to win this game, given that it was Stewart's return, or is that something that I know, just knowing her for a little bit, that she probably wanted to put that away this time?
Yeah, of course. Like, of course, we want to win the game for Sloot and her return. I think it's a mixture of both. Like we want to be playing well. We struggle in the first half, but we get it done, and finding ways to get it done through multiple people. And you know, when I went to Seattle, it was hard, and obviously it's hard for Sloot. But best thing is when you can win.
All right, we'll go to Miles on Zoom.
Hi, all. Congratulations on the win. I wanted to start with you, Breanna. With the team down 1 under 15 seconds to go, you've got the ball in your hands. Can you walk me through that play call and what you were seeing as you get to your spot and bank in that jumper, especially as James was talking about with Elizabeth Williams in front of you?
Yeah. Well, it was kind of like a little bit of a misdirection, I guess, to get people moving. B came up, then Marine came up, and then I got the ball and Sloot came off. And then it was just go to work and get to my spot.
Thank you. And next, Sandy, I wanted to go to you and just ask about Breanna tonight, because she had those early 2 fouls and never quite got into rhythm. Was that a part of the reasoning for not having her out on the floor late? Did you like what you were seeing with the team that was out there in the 4th?
Yeah, look, she's, you know, I don't think she was 100%. So, you know, it was best not to obviously just put high minutes on her. And, you know, with Marine back, that was a luxury that we had, and just made the decision to go with Marine.
What is going on with Breanna? Was this something new?
No, I don't know, really. She just had a pop. They just told me she's not feeling great. So I made that decision. So I'm not sure what it is.
Gotcha. Thank you. And Betnijah, you've been getting to your spots throughout the season, but hadn't quite gotten into a rhythm like you did offensively tonight. Did you alter your approach at all, or was it just a matter of the shot starting to fall and then the team finding you over and again?
No, it was just a matter of the shot start and fall.
Thank you all. Safe trip home.
Thanks.
Jeff.
Thank you. Good evening. Congratulations on the win. Coach, my first question is for you. On the other side of the Chicago sideline, how has Alana Smith kind of improved since your days overseeing her development with the Opals?
Yeah, look, I mean, a lot. I think she really improved a lot. Obviously, 2 years ago, back playing in the WNBA was fantastic there. Took a game over to Europe, was really strong in the Euro Cup over there, playing against really tough physical players. But I think she always had the ability, but now I think she has the confidence. And then it's easier when you know you're going to get minutes to play freely. And that's what Lan's doing. She's playing freely. So, you know, obviously not happy that she went 7 from 7. But happy, obviously, as an Australian coach, knowing that she keeps improving and working on her game.
Absolutely. Stewart, Breanna, my next question is for you. Seemed like at the end of the game there, when you were able to stop Kalia Copper from the winning shot, looked like you had a bit of a conversation with her toward the end there. Whatever you're comfortable with sharing, of course. But what did that conversation consist of, and what can you say about getting a win like this at a night when the team isn't playing at 100% for lack of a better term, winning ugly? How important is it to win games like these?
I I mean, we didn't really have a conversation. We just ran into each other. So making sure one another was okay. And that's really it.
Okay, and what does it mean to win games like these early on, especially when you don't play a full 40 minutes to the best of your guys' abilities?
I mean, not every game is going to be perfect, and we understand that, but we want it to feel better. And at the same time, winning away from home is incredibly difficult in this league. So to take this win and move on is the most important part, because now as we're entering June, there's a lot of games to come, and we just need to continue to improve and reflect on what happened, but make sure that most importantly we win the game.
Appreciate that. Thank you. And Betnijah, final one from me. You had done so much beyond the box score over the first 4 games this season. So how rewarding was it to see your looks go down tonight, especially in one of your former haunts like Chicago?
I mean, it felt good, to be able to help, to be able to, do whatever I could to help us get the win. So it was really good.
Appreciate your time and insight. Safe travels home.
Jackie?
Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Sandy, I wanted to start with you. I'm just curious. I mean, again, this was a messier game, but I'm just wondering maybe what felt better compared to how the outcome in Seattle, if there were things when you're sort of talking about, okay, we're looking at how we're getting better each game. What was something that I guess proves that there's progression?
We're able to win these close games, and credit to Chicago. They came out, they were a hard guard for us, but we didn't play with the urgency that we needed to in the first half. The second half we did. We've got to, try and put together a full 40 minutes here. But look, the players, obviously, they stayed together. And when you face adversity, that's what you have to do. And you got to believe good things are going to happen. You got to keep working hard and holding each other accountable. And we executed, we made some shots. That's a tough shot. What's Stewie? But we have Stewie and she makes those shots. So, and then we got to stop when we needed to. So we're capable. We just need to put together more consistency.
Sandy, I'm also curious if there was a moment in this game where you felt like that the switch had been flipped, the urgency had turned over to your side.
Second half.
Right.
Yeah. Second half. The first half, we didn't, we didn't execute what we wanted to, I didn't think we stayed together as a team, and we were slow. We didn't play with the pace. But there are things we can all change, but we've got to, flip it. We're saying that a fair bit now. So, we'll just keep, challenging them, and they challenge each other. So that's great. And we know that, this is a good team, but, if we can lose to anyone if we don't prepare mentally and physically.
Right. And for Breanna and Betnijah, I'm curious if you could both speak to how you thought Courtney was able to settle in the second half after obviously was an emotional and a difficult first half.
I think, she showed up when it was really important for us, so credit to her for, being able to withstand that storm in the first half and then come out in the second half and just, be what we all know that she can be. She's very capable, and we continue to believe in her, and she continues to believe in herself, and just got it done.
I appreciate that. And I guess, Breanna, for you, again, I think it was Miles who asked you on Tuesday about Betnijah, but I just wanted to get a sense of, when you see her playing her game like this, able to get, shots to go down from all 3 levels, I guess as her teammate, what does that, what type of pride does that give you?
Yeah, I mean, I've known B for a really long time, and we were like probably 14 when we first met one another. So I think the biggest thing with her is she does everything with confidence, and that doesn't waver. And, while we were figuring out the spacing and while we were talking about, how are we going to make sure she finds her moments, she's also accelerating that process by making sure that she's cutting in the right place, getting out and running. There was multiple times today where, she didn't even score, but she got into the paint and she found someone else. And it's that type of thing that we need, because can be anyone's night, any game. And she just continues to play and play through it and do the dirty work and then still shoot the ball really well today. So, I mean, she does what we need, and that's why we have her.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Fifi?
Hi, congrats on the win. Coach, this one's for you. This is pretty much the first game that kind of went down to the final seconds, got ugly a little bit. What do you think was beneficial for you, and what was the message post-game in the locker room?
We have to put together 40 minutes. Why are we playing as badly as we do in the first 20? We have to look at ourselves and each other. I mean, that's what it comes down to. And so the message is, well, you're happy that we won. It's okay. We can win ugly, but we can learn a lot too. Now we have another opportunity to come back and go home and put on a better showing. So it's early days, but we need more of a sense of urgency.
Thank you. Congrats on the win.
Thanks.
Brian?
Hi, everybody. My first question is for Sandy. In the first half, you guys turned it over 9 times, but after halftime, only 2. What do you think was the big sort of adjustment the team was able to make as they sort of started to figure out Chicago's defense?
Well, we didn't get lazy. We knew that they were trapping in that, and we didn't have enough sacrifice cutting where, they were getting steals or we got some travels. I don't even think they were travels. So that didn't help us as well too, but we made poor decisions. I think in the second half, we pushed the pace, we got them on the back foot a little bit, and it was easier to make better decisions. And we say, we want low numbers. That's what we want, 12 or under. Other areas, I don't like that they're getting 10 offensive rebounds and us 3. So, that's other areas we continue to work on. And when you look at the stat sheet and you think, okay, we won the game, even though some of the stats, it's probably not ideal if we want to continue to keep winning.
Thank you. And my next question is for B. You had the primary assignment of defending Breanna Mabry, and you held her to about 5 of 14 shooting. Just how important is it for you to take on that big assignment on the perimeter and sort of shut down the opponent's sort of top scoring option?
Sorry, what was the main question? What was
just about how you were able to defend Mabry tonight?
I think just KYP, we prep for the players that I'm playing against. And it's, a bit of a pride thing. I don't like to be scored on. I don't want to be scored on. So it's just a matter of me being aggressive, knowing my opponent's tendencies and, just trying to execute my assignment.
Thank you. And for Breanna, as the team sort of continues building chemistry and now that everyone is back, just how important do you think sort of close games like this against good teams will sort of help as far as building that chemistry and everyone having that sort of understanding of each other's go-tos in close games?
Well, I think we practice this in practice. We practice plays at the end of the game, last second shots, stuff that we need. And at the same time, it's we haven't been in this position as a team, but the experience that we have collectively, we've all been in these positions and we know what needs to be done, hitting the shot at the end and then knowing that 7 seconds is a lot of time for them to score and we really have to lock in on D.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Perfect. Thanks everyone for joining.
Thanks, guys.